Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report presented by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com and use code Raiders to save 20%. So on today's show, I got the latest rumors, and I'm going to dive in and show you guys some news. So the news here on today's show is around Frank Gore because the Raiders were actually interested in Gore, which I do find to be pretty interesting considering the fact that just a week ago, we obviously went out and got Devontae Booker. Now, it technically wasn't official until today, which I'll get into, but it is interesting because Frank Gore, 37 years old, an interesting veteran back, and I love me some Frank Gore because he just never seems to slow down. But the real reason why I'm bringing this up is because basically as soon as Frank Gore kind of finalized everything that he's going to the Jets, the Raiders then yesterday finalized the deal with Devontae Booker, and he got that 1 year, $1.05 million, $50K guaranteed, which is basically just the vet minimum. Now, he's going to be brought into the team simply because you're looking for a pass-catching running back, and I think he's kind of insurance for Jalen Richard in case he goes down. Now, I like Jalen Richard, and to be honest with y'all, Booker's a decent running back. He is. But he is a step down from Richard, and I think in terms of where he's going to be able to fit in our offense, it is just going to be able to give Richard a breather and kind of play a little bit of a lesser role compared to what DeAndre Washington did for us last season. So here's his rushing stats from the past 4 seasons. As you can see, wasn't very good last year, and he really has only started 6 games in his entire career. All 6 of those came when he was a rookie with the Broncos back in 2016. When he first came out of Utah, I actually liked Booker a lot. I thought he was actually a pretty fun running back, and I thought he was going to be pretty good for the Broncos. But again, his main asset to this football team is going to be in the receiving game. So if Richard needs a breather, if maybe Jacobs, and God, I hope it doesn't happen, gets injured, you're going to see a split backfield of Richard, Bowden, Booker, and I think that's the way that we're going to run our offense because John Gruden said it 2 weeks ago. We are going to be a power I formation, and we are going to run the football. What does that mean? You need to be able to have plenty of running backs in the depth or in your backfield just in case somebody like Jacobs does end up going down. So we ended up getting Devontae Booker for 1 year, $1.05 million. That is the vet minimum. So let me know. Grade the signing. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or was it an F? For me, I'm going to give it a C grade. I think there was other running backs out there that honestly I probably would have rather had. But when I think about my grades, I think of A as being like amazing, B is good, C is average. To me, going out and getting Booker, and you guys are kind of agreeing with me, is an average signing. Now, we've been putting out a lot of videos, heck, daily videos, and on Mother's Day, shout out to all the moms, I put out this video, Raiders 2020 record prediction. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's on the channel. And if you haven't seen it, it's maybe because A, your notifications aren't turned on, or maybe you're not even a subscriber. So we have nonstop coverage on the Silver and Black. If you're a diehard Raider fan, like if Silver and Black is in your veins, this is the channel for you. So all you got to do, hit the sub button, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. Because the reason why I want you to go watch this Raiders 2020 record prediction is because I break down every single game. I give you score predictions. And the reason why, I'm curious how many wins you think that this team's going to have. It's important to me, so go ahead, check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, please do, because we got 500 people watching now. So go ahead and check out the video. So we are now going to dive into a little bit of Aaron Rodgers conversation. And yesterday on our Chat Sports channel, we talked about the top 5 teams that could go out and trade for Rodgers. Here was our list. The San Francisco 49ers at 5. New England Patriots, Denver Broncos, at number 2, the Indianapolis Colts, and then number 1, which you can see, the Las Vegas Raiders, which I guarantee is the reason why you guys are watching the show. So Aaron Rodgers could easily be traded in 2021. The reason, and I'll say it again, when you go out and draft Jordan Love, trade up for Jordan Love, that can't make Aaron Rodgers very happy because your entire draft was built around the future, and to me, it smells a little bit like you're moving on from Aaron Rodgers already. Now, if I'm Rodgers, I'm like, okay, I took this team to the NFC Championship game. You didn't build around me. What more can I do? And I would imagine that he is going to be frustrated, and the rumors, they're going to start popping up. Now, 2019 was a little bit of a down year. I think we can all agree on that. However, Aaron Rodgers to me is a no-doubt Hall of Fame quarterback. He is a very good quarterback, and it's why I want to talk about him coming to this team because it is something that I want us to have an adult conversation about because honestly, if you trade for Aaron Rodgers, this is how much the Raiders would have to pay him. $22 million. Or you pay Derek Carr next year, $22.1 million. So let me know in the comments section. Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Derek Carr for $22.1 million? Or would you rather have Aaron Rodgers for $22 million? Now, I'll probably make this the pinned comment on today's video, so go ahead, answer it below. But let me know in the comments section. Aaron Rodgers for $22 million or Derek Carr for $22.1 million. This has nothing against Derek Carr. I just think Aaron Rodgers, if you can get him cheaper, it's something you're going to have to look at. So let's break down why it's only $22 million. Because if the Raiders trade for him, the Packers are going to have to eat some of that money that they owe him. I get it. It says on Spotrac, it says on Over the Cap that he's owed $36 million. That's how much he would make in 2021 on the Green Bay Packers. If the Raiders trade for him after June 1st, 2021, you got to pay the base salary, $14.7 million. Then you got to pay the roster bonus, $6.8 million. Then you got to pay the workout, $500K, which equals $22 million. So let's just say now we do that. What does that mean for Derek Carr? Obviously, if you go out and trade for Aaron Rodgers, that's more than likely means you're going to move on from Derek Carr. So I'm trying to just make this as transparent as humanly possible. So you have Carr, which means then you have to cut Carr, okay? Which that means it costs $2.5 million. So let's just say, in terms of math, you cut Carr, $2.5 million, and because you're cutting Carr, we're just going to add that to the $22 million that Aaron Rodgers has. So realistically, this is how much it's going to cost, okay? So $22.1 for Derek Carr or $24.5 million for Aaron Rodgers. So the $22 million you're going to have to pay Rodgers plus the $2.5 for cutting Derek Carr, or are you just going to pay Derek Carr $22.1 million? I think Derek Carr is an exceptional quarterback. Very good. But if you're telling me right now it only costs $2.4 million to have Rodgers, I'm probably going to go with Aaron Rodgers. And it's not me being a Derek Carr hater. It's just the fact that Derek Carr is good. I think Aaron Rodgers makes us an instant Super Bowl caliber team because he's that talented. Plus, you're only going to have to pay him $73 million over 3 years. That is exceptional for a quarterback of his caliber. Plus, if the salary cap goes up as much as it's gonna, you're gonna see some of these younger quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes making $45 million, like Deshaun Watson making $40 million, Dak Prescott making $35 million. Heck, he might even make $40 million. If I can get Aaron Rodgers for half the price of those guys, I mean, guys, that's an absolute steal. That's great value. And that's all I'm trying to say is, like, I like Derek, but think about the value that you're getting in a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. So if you can get him for $24.3 million a year, 3 years, $73 million, would you do it? Y for yes and for no, okay? And I get it. Some of y'all might get mad at me for saying this. I'm not a hater. And if you think I'm a hater, I actually feel bad for you, because if me being a hater is me winning football games, I'm sorry. But you have to admit, Aaron Rodgers is a very, very good quarterback. Derek Carr is a good quarterback. I care about winning. And this show is about just win, baby. Aaron Rodgers gives us a better chance of winning football games, in my opinion, at a cheaper value than Derek Carr does. So give me a Y for yes, give me an N for no. So how many Chucky heads for the Raiders trading for Aaron Rodgers? I'm going to tell you right after I tell you about the Lawnmower 3.0 from Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com and you can save 20% when you use promo code Raiders. Now, I'm going to show you here in a little bit how well this product works, but we'll get to that in a little bit. This thing, though, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be able to find a better shave. There's no tugging, there's no pulling, there's no scratching. Well, it might lead to some scratch on your back, but bottom line is, this thing is going to work incredible. And I'm telling you what, it works super well. The Lawnmower 3.0, up here now, you guys can see the perfect package, which comes with boxers, comes with ball toner, ball deodorant. Overall, when you get started with Manscaped, you're going to have the perfect package. You're going to get that extra inch. Your Nathan Peterman, your Ken Stabler, your Black Hole, it's going to be absolutely silky smooth. Promise you, okay? Manscaped.com. Use code Raiders. When you support the sponsors, you support me, and I would definitely appreciate that. So Rodgers to the Raiders in 2021. I'm going to give this one Chucky head, and I do think it's a small shred of truth. So the reason why I think it's a small shred of truth is because I think that Aaron Rodgers is an upgrade over Carr. Doesn't make me a hater, makes me a realist. Raiders can cut or trade Carr, and it's basically the exact same price. So if you can get Rodgers for the same price, that's what I want. And John Gruden loves himself some veteran quarterbacks. So you see here the Raiders depth chart right now. You're not really committed to Derek Carr for long term, and you're not committed to Marcus Mariota long term, which makes this a little bit easier for the Raiders, to go out and get Aaron Rodgers. So let me ask you, does it make sense for the Raiders to go out and trade for Aaron Rodgers? I know it says sign. It's my bad. That's what happens. 1 for yes or a 2 for no. Does it make sense for the Raiders to trade for Aaron Rodgers? 1 for yes, 2 for no. For me, I am typing my 1 for yes because I think it makes sense if Derek Carr doesn't get us to the playoffs, if Derek Carr doesn't look the way that he did in 2015, 2016, I am going to move on. But if Aaron Rodgers also plays that MVP caliber football like I know he can, I'm still going to type my 1 for yes. I will type my 2 for no if Aaron Rodgers takes a step back like a player like Phillip Rivers did last year, like Tom Brady did last year. I mean, if we're taking that big of a step back, then sure, maybe Aaron Rodgers isn't the guy. Or even maybe Derek Carr, has an insane year. Then I'll go back to it. But I'm looking at quarterback Aaron Rodgers right now and Derek Carr right now. So for me, I am going to go out and type my 1 for yes for Aaron Rodgers. So are the Raiders the hottest and most expensive tickets right now in the entire NFL? Yeah, this one's for Chucky heads, believe it, baby. And, after a few days of sales, the Raiders are just absolutely just breaking numbers. So ticket price increase from last season, plus 527%. That's insane. The average ticket price right now for a Raiders ticket is $1,098. That's not counting season tickets. So when you look at just increases, okay, I tried to show you how much more the Raiders price ticket increases are now compared to other teams. I mean, you can see right there. These are the highest increases this year. There's nobody even plus 200%. We're plus 527%. And it's funny because there's 527 y'all watching live right now. The Raiders being a hot commodity. All right, so now let's look at just average ticket price. If you want to go to a Raiders game, okay, if you want to sit in the front, nosebleed, it averages out to $1,098 for the entire year. That's a serious chunk of change right there. And then you got the Denver Broncos, so if you want to go to a Broncos game, it might cost you some money as well. Bottom line is this. I know we didn't really like the move, some of y'all didn't, from Oakland to Vegas, but Vegas is going to make us a lot of money, and I think that's actually going to attract a lot of players. But wait, I'm not done. Here are the 10 most expensive football games this year. As you can see, 6 out of the 10 games involve the Raiders. All these games involve the Raiders and the Cowboys. Cowboys have a very, very big market. For us to have the most expensive game, the top 3 most expensive games, I'm telling you what, this is good things ahead for the Las Vegas Raiders. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.